The legend of reptilians or lizard people is a mysterious topic widely circulated around the world. They are believed to hail from a realm known as Draco and are often mentioned due to the perception that they control political societies and even human thought. Their objective, achieved by infiltrating human society, is to conquer and enslave humanity. Ancient texts portray these beings as reptilian deities, who arrived on Earth to mine gold and other elements crucial for preserving their planet's atmosphere. Tales of reptilians can be traced across numerous regions globally. Australian Aborigines narrate the existence of a subterranean reptilian race that governs humanity, considering themselves descendants of the dragon people. In India, these reptilian races are known as Nagas, who allegedly planted the seeds of royal families in Eastern nations. The East also holds legends of a serpentine race credited with creating humanity. African kings have claimed descent from cosmic serpent deities, while Mayans speak of snake-like ancestors, and Aztecs assert they were created by a serpentine woman. Native American Indians believe that celestial deities descended to mate with their women, referring to them as snake brothers. Lizard people are also believed to comprise the Illuminati, a group that appears human, but is actually subordinate to the lizard people, pursuing a specific political agenda aimed at maintaining perpetual power. Their means include manipulating the media, genetic control, and seeking a centralized global government to control the world. Conspiracy theorist David Icke posits that a strict hierarchy exists among lizard people, distinguishing between two types, pure-blooded and mixed race. Pure-blooded lizard people can allegedly shift seamlessly between reptilian and human forms, though in reality, they don't physically transform, but rather manipulate human perception through vibrational influences, making humans perceive them in human form. Mixed-race individuals, unaware of their lizard heritage, consider themselves ordinary humans. Unknowingly, they are controlled by the pure-blooded race, advancing a secret agenda known as the New World Order. Further notes that regions where mixed-race lizard people originate, such as Turkey and Iran, have a higher prevalence of a rare blood type, Rh-negative. Numerous theories surround this race, but one thing is certain: literature and tales across the globe mention similar reptilian-like creatures. Have you ever noticed that amidst the pyramid complex in Giza, Egypt, the towering Khufu pyramid stands out not just for its grandeur, but also for its flat top, unlike the pointed tips of other pyramids? This peculiarity begs the question, why is the top of the Great Pyramid alone empty? This glaring anomaly has never been directly addressed by authorities, leaving us to wonder if it's due to damage, or if there's a hidden secret waiting to be uncovered. Surely, there must be a logical explanation, yet we are often met with evasive responses and silence. Such abnormalities often veil untold mysteries. Reason dictates that the top of the Great Pyramid must have had a specific design or purpose. Let's shift perspectives and turn our attention to the Eye of Providence, depicted on the $1 bill. Upon closer inspection, you'll notice that the pyramid is separated from its apex, and perched atop. The all-seeing Eye of Power seems to carry the light of heaven and earth, calmly resting as if descended from the heavens. The depth of this symbolism transcends superficial interpretations. What I'm about to unravel is intricate, and will challenge your cognitive abilities. But if you stay with me, I promise to lift the veil on the ultimate secret of the Eye of Power. When discussing the collapse of the Soviet Union, which took place on Christmas Day in 1991, the symbolism behind choosing that day is self-evident to those familiar with the history. Perhaps, in a more relaxed future environment, I will delve deeper into the myriad untold stories that lie beneath. However, it's crucial to remember that the Soviet Union's dissolution was far more complex than just a nation's announcement of its demise. So, what transpired in the aftermath of the Soviet Union's collapse? To swiftly absorb the elite forces from the former bloc, the United States orchestrated and implemented an extensive United Front strategy, leveraging the film industry as its primary vehicle. The goal was to capture the hearts of overseas elites, who had scattered in the post-war era, inviting them to bring their talents and resources to the U.S. To this end, a series of thematically rich and symbolically loaded mainstream films were meticulously crafted, earning accolades as masterpieces by some, and even labeling 1994 as one of the greatest years in cinematic history. Yet, the truth behind this flourishing was meticulously orchestrated. Allow me to enumerate a few representative blockbusters from that era. Forrest Gump, embodying the American spirit; The Shawshank Redemption, metaphorically pursuing freedom; and The Mask, showcasing national charm. Each film precisely struck the societal nerves of the time. But this is merely the tip of the iceberg. You can research the numerous films that year that caused a global sensation, showcasing the US's comprehensive national strength. The selection of content for cultural creation is paramount. Regardless of a film's quality, a simple opening credit stating, "Based on a true story," can wield immense influence from a marketing perspective. To ensure the smooth execution of this cultural united front strategy, the government at the time provided unprecedented support and cooperation. The extent of this initiative was such that once the thematic direction was set, efforts were made to personally curate authentic material. With a newly vanquished foe, it was a time to consolidate victories and honor bravery, leaving no stone unturned. Now, let's dissect a film to verify the authenticity of its source material. The crux lies in determining whether it is a product of that specific period's united front efforts, and identifying the original source of its content. If these elements align, the film's content holds significant reference value. Looking back at 1994, it was a year brimming with outstanding films, many of which were overshadowed by the sheer volume of cinematic gems. Yet, one film stands out as being directly sourced from CI, Stargate. This is indeed a gem born under a unique historical backdrop, its value grossly underestimated, truly deserving of the title of a masterpiece. As for CI, they embarked on a sensational news program as early as the 1970s. In my previous segment, I mentioned that 1950 marked a pivotal turning point in the world. Yet the Americans ultimately funneled vast amounts of research funding into NASA's space programs. What about the parallel universe research undertaken by Zia? Did it fade away? Not entirely. It simply failed to garner widespread national support and become a key development priority. To help you better follow my train of thought, let me first clarify what the Syria parallel universe research is all about. Put simply, it's a smokescreen. We often envision parallel universes as alternate realities coexisting with ours, possibly intertwined in subtle ways, where causality might be reversed. However, the crux is that verifying their existence doesn't necessitate colossal financial investments. Allow me to illustrate with an analogy. Our world is essentially a three-dimensional space combined with a one-dimensional time axis, forming a 3+1 universe. Its tangible existence is universally acknowledged. But consider this, the primitive particles that form our three-dimensional space also give rise to potential 4- and 5-dimensional spaces. Can we definitively state that these higher dimensions do not exist? If you're still a bit perplexed, let me try another approach. Imagine the three-dimensional space as an isolated cell. The four-dimensional space would resemble the blood vessels intertwined within it, while the five-dimensional space would be akin to the skin enveloping everything. By this logic, is there just one cell beneath the skin? You see where I'm going with this, don't you? The existence of parallel universes is actually supported by numerous proven theories, which in turn serve as evidence for their existence. Therefore, research in this field should not necessitate immense funding to propel it forward, especially not as a national-level priority project. Such a scenario would be somewhat anomalous. Now, the question arises, if parallel universe research doesn't necessitate vast financial investments, what has the CIA been up to behind this facade all these years? The crux can be summed up in 2 words. Imagine being able to instantaneously transport an object or person from one end of the Earth to the other. This is intimately linked to their subsequent Stargate project, which wouldn't have materialized without the early groundwork on matter space translation technology. A Stargate serves as a key, a gateway, connecting spaces with similar conditions across the universe. With this revelation, it becomes clear that the CIA's endeavors have been focused on this very concept. Their ultimate goal is to harness this technology for interstellar travel. Now, doesn't everything seem a bit clearer? The Stargate project is not just about researching how to open stargates. It's about realizing the dream of interstellar travel. And all these years, the parallel universe research served as a cover for their true intentions. Their constant striving and efforts, essentially, are an extension of their original work, with the sole difference being that the battlefield has shifted from Earth to the vast expanse of the universe. The translated articles and videos circulating online, claiming that the CIA's news program aimed to recruit metahumans to form an Avengers-like team, are nothing but nonsense. The Stargate project, as its name implies, focuses on studying how to open stargates. While they did enlist humans to assist in detection and research, equating the two is misguided. With this foundation, let's revisit the 1994 propaganda blockbuster, Stargate, orchestrated by the CIA's unseen hands. The film's core content becomes much easier to comprehend. The entire narrative stems from a stunning archaeological discovery made by the U.S. military in 1928 at the Giza Pyramids in Egypt, the legendary Stargate. This backdrop isn't fabricated, it's grounded in fact. The Sphinx at Giza was once partially buried in sand, with only its head exposed. The pyramid complex you see today is the result of meticulous excavation efforts. So, the discovery of the Stargate in 1928 isn't surprising. Upon its discovery, the U.S. military enlisted semioticians to decipher the inscriptions. Their findings were astounding. The Stargate's inner ring was adorned with a celestial map, resembling a compass that could rotate and align. This film is hailed as a masterpiece because it lucidly explains the mechanism for activating the Stargate. Recall that our world is a 3+1 universe, comprising 3 dimensions and a time dimension. The film employs a cube analogy, likening the 3-dimensional space to a cube with 6 faces, each emitting energy that converges at a single point, your destination. Let me clarify further. The celestial map on the Stargate rotates, and the 6 symbols you choose represent the 6 faces of the cube, defining your destination in the 3-dimensional space. The celestial map essentially adjusts the destination's coordinates and distance. However, mere coordinates are insufficient. The crucial factor is the 3+1 causality time point, the time dimension. As we approach the speed of light, time slows down. Traversing vast distances in space requires immense light intensity to counteract the effects of the time dimension. So, you take a few steps forward, pass through the light barrier, and arrive. But here's where it gets truly intriguing. Amid the recent surge in quantum research, we've witnessed the fascinating properties of quantum entanglement. Imagine achieving human teleportation or interstellar travel without any auxiliary energy from Earth, relying solely on current technology. The answer is affirmative, and the key lies in understanding the particulate nature of the human body. Picture yourself entering a particle transmission device that meticulously scans every particle in your body. Utilizing the principle of quantum entanglement, your consciousness and particle information would instantaneously reassemble within the chamber at your destination, enabling instant teleportation. However, this remarkable feat is fraught with profound philosophical and physical challenges. From a physical perspective, at that very moment, your existence at the original location would cease to be, as the receiver constructs a recreation of your quantum state, not your original self. The notorious Philadelphia experiment stands as a cautionary tale, where a naval vessel instantaneously leapt hundreds of miles, by compressing the time axis, resulting in the crew experiencing a shattered quantum state, with their lives forever marked by unpredictable disappearances and reappearances. I mention this because it intimately relates to the core challenges of interstellar travel. The interstellar environment is exceedingly complex, with few planets resembling Earth suitable for habitation. Embarking on such a journey with our fragile human bodies would undoubtedly be a burden. So, is there a possibility of voluntarily abandoning our 3-dimensional bodies before interstellar travel, retaining only our consciousness, undergoing a transformative rebirth, and ultimately achieving immortality? This film precisely addresses this question. It delves into the activation mechanism of the Stargate, likening it to a cosmic scale player. By selecting 6 celestial coordinates, the Stargate connects precisely to the target planet, akin to dialing a phone. Remarkably, once the connection is established, a wormhole forms, rendering interstellar travel a reality. Moreover, the film is rife with overlooked, yet invaluable details. Notably, the exit at the other end of the Stargate is a majestic pyramid, reminiscent of our earlier discussions on the Egyptian Mars base. The pyramid's pristine form, with its mirror-smooth exterior covered in 3 layers of conductive material, glimmers with golden radiance. The film further reveals the pyramid's extraordinary purpose, not just a symbol of alien civilization, but also a harbor for cosmic warships, with its peak serving as the command center. If this holds true, then the pyramid in the Eye of Providence, on the $1 bill, might signify a supreme being peering into every corner of the universe through its cockpit. But is it really as simple as that? If you enjoy our channel, please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. We'll see you in the next episode. Looking forward to continuing our journey of exploring this amazing world together.